Hello supplier, this video is going to introduce how to use Coupa to issue e-invoice to VF going forward. Back to 3 years ago, VF adopted Coupa system to be the PO system. So you should receive an email from VF Corporation of the PO we issue. Okay, so the title is VF Asia Sourcing Limited purchase order such and such. If you click into it, then you see the PO body with the VF legal entity name, the PO number, the date, payment terms, currency, contact VF side, contact name, contact email address, the ship to and bill to address. On the left side of the PO, you will see your company name, your office address, the primary contact name, and the email address as well. Okay. Go down a bit, you see the PO line description. So we're buying two, could be a product, could be a service from your company. So the description are here and the prices are here. Okay, so you see a total and the purchase order terms and condition. We attach the terms and condition online. So if you click on the link here, it will take you to the 6 pages TNC. On the top or the bottom of this email, you see create invoice. So if you click on that, here will take you to Coupa webpage, create an e-invoice. For the first time supplier, you probably see the other page. It asks you to accept the terms of use. So kindly click on that, then you will move it forward. On this create invoice page, on the left side is general information of the invoice. So using your current invoice number generation mechanism, just type in the invoice number. For example, is testing, you know, and then the invoice number, the invoice date to issue it, the currency. So if you take a look on the currency, it match the PO currency. I would highly recommend do not change the currency, otherwise it will create some confusion. Here have image scan. What we ask supplier to do is using your system or software to generate an invoice, right? Normally you will print it out and then mail it to VF office. Now you don't have to do this. You still use your system, your software to generate the soft copy invoice and then attach that here. Okay, so say this beautiful invoice is your style, and then you open it, you already upload the invoice. Okay, if there's any additional note or attachment supporting document you need to provide, you can just type it in here or attach the additional document anytime you want. On the right hand side, you'll see again your company basic information. What's the name of your company, the office address, and the remit to address. Remit to address meaning your bank account. Okay, if you have multiple bank account, more than one, okay, multiple bank account, and then for this invoice you want VF pay to particular account, you can click here, and then say you have multiple accounts, they will all show in here. Okay. And then click on choose. Then here we go. VF will pay to this bank account, and you see I purposely type additional N here, Hansen Bank, and then the bank account details are all this in here. All right. So now you have to go down a little bit and then check which part of the PO you want to bill VF, or you want to bill the entire PO. Okay, so I break it down to two items. One is e-invoice via email, and the other one is via CSP. For this demo, I will use the email line. Okay, so if you see the PO have two line item and you only want to bill only one of them, you can remove the one is not you're not going to bill us for today. Okay, so you can simply click delete line. That means next time you're going to bill us. Okay, 5,000 is the net cost of the service or the goods. Okay, it doesn't include any additional costs, meaning the shipping. If there's any shipping fee, any handling fee, or miscellaneous fee associated with the goods or the products, you can type in the additional fee here. Okay, obviously Hong Kong do not charge tax, but in case there's any, you can also choose it. Okay, right. So for demo purpose, here is 5,000 for this service, and I say okay. This time, there's a 300 shipping cost, and then 190 for the miscellaneous costs. Okay, and then you see the totals haven't refreshed yet because you have to click on calculate. Okay, so once you click on calculate, it will refresh the total, and then if you think okay, everything is ready and ready to submit, you can click on submit. But before that, there's also another option. It asks you if you want to receive the update status of this invoice. So saying once you click submit, the invoice status should be processing. Okay, we have need some time to handle the invoice, but say we have approved the invoice, right? The status change. Do you want to receive an email notification? If you do, just check the box. If you don't, uncheck the box. Okay, now I leave it as is, and I click on submit. That's another last reminder pumps up and say, okay, if you click send invoice, you don't have any chance to edit the invoice. If there's anything you want to double check, you can click on continue editing. Okay, so now I say okay, send invoice. The system will take you to the invoice page. All right, so here is how many invoices you prepare to VF, and then their status. Okay, at the same time, once you click that, you should receive another email, okay, in your mailbox saying that oh, you submit the invoice. I will show you a little bit later. Now let's take a look from the VF side. Once you submit the invoice will immediately arrive to VF Cooper webpage. So then our accounting team can handle that immediately. This is the reason we encourage supplier using e-invoice. Given that the current situation, a lot of public services they are stopping, including the post office. So it's unlikely to send and receive mail in office. So here we go. I successfully get into VF Cooper web page. So I go to invoice, and you see that instantly I receive the invoice you prepared to VF, $5,490. Testing This is the invoice number, and here's you, the supplier. That means you. Okay. Now from the supplier side. Let's go back to your email. You receive the email, and it say the invoice you create has been received successfully. Okay, so if you click on view status, you're able to see the progress of we have to handling it. If you're really looking for the payment status, you can click into the invoice number. Okay, get into the invoice. Now go all the way down. You'll see the payment box. Okay, open the payment box. So now obviously it hasn't paid yet. If it is paid, the status should be something like externally paid, and then you see the pay date and additional information down here. Okay, so now it's not due yet. We haven't seen this payment information. Say it is due, the invoice is due, and then you see the status is approved, and you haven't received the payment. Please contact VF for further follow-up.